Let's deconstruct the XAT poem of 2020. A very interesting poem. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. So far it seems like the world is going to end in fire. Maybe it will be burnt up or it will be covered in ice sheets. But we already know that poems are not literal. They represent something deep. So what is fire and what is ice that is going to end the world? They both will end the world, by the way, but what is fire and what is ice? Maybe author will talk about that. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Fire is desire, the things that we want, our ambitions. Maybe something related to too much of jealousy, I don't know. But desire would be a word to contend with right now. Fire means desire here. And then which world? Is it the world, the physical world that we are living? No, our world. That means we are consumed by fire and ice. Fire is desire. So what is ice? But if this world had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to know that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Ice is hate. So hate and desire are the two things that are going to destroy our world. Where hate is being equated to, or I would say ice is being equated to hate and fire is being equated to desire. Let's take a look at this question. Which of the following statements will the poet agree with the most? The most. Okay. Desire overpowers hatred to control humans. Poet is not stating that desire is more powerful than hatred. In fact, author gives them the same power because they both are going to destroy our world, and relatively which one is more destructive author has not mentioned. So I can't say that author will agree with option number 1, that desire is stronger than hate. So 1 is not my answer. Second says greed can destroy one's world. So greed can be equated with desire, too much of desire, right? I want this, I want this, I want this. The idea of want will definitely end the world. So yes, it can destroy one's world. Among desire and hate, greed is desire. So I can keep it. Author will agree with that. Third says ambition is more powerful than envy. No discussion of ambition with envy. Envy means jealousy is given in the passage. Now here you have to understand. 1, there is no direct comparison of envy with ambition. And second, your ambition, your desire, your want can create jealousy in you. But the comparison is happening between desire and hate. Or so far, if you think desire is jealousy, then jealousy and hate, but not between desire and jealousy. So this is a wrong representation, not my answer. There is one more way I think I should maybe talk about this. Let us say you think ambition means desire, and because when we envy somebody, when we are jealous, if that desire is giving birth to jealousy, but that is a jealousy, that is a hate we have towards somebody. So let us consider that envy is hate. Now okay, we are comparing. But here author says ambition is more powerful than envy. So if you equate ambition with desire and envy with hate, again we have no information in the passage which says that your desire is more powerful than hate. So that way also this option is eliminated, right? So there is the confusion which is helping me eliminate the option, and there is also the set of words which are being used which are helping me eliminate this option. Let's take a look at 4th. Both desire and hate can create self-doubt. Now, what desire and hate can create in you is not mentioned. They will destroy your world, definitely, but how they will destroy the world, it is not mentioned. Will they destroy your world by creating self-doubt? Will they destroy your world by means of something else? We don't know about that. So I can't infer fourth as well. So author will not agree with that. Fifth, hatred destroys what desire cannot. No. No discussion on things that can be destroyed by hatred but not by desire, or the things that can be destroyed by desire but not by hatred is mentioned. Very, very wrong. So my answer is second. Greed can destroy one's world. That is the only thing that is according to the poem, and therefore that should be my answer. Author will agree with that, no? Let's take a look at this one. I love this question. Which is the most unsuitable title? Unsuitable. Okay. So suitability of title should be related to the ideas of fire and hate, ideas of fire and ice, ideas of hate and desire, ideas of destruction, something like that. Let's see. Love and Detest, a tale of destruction. All right. Love can be related to something that you want, which is desire. Detesting means hating somebody. And together they are the recipe for destruction, definitely. So yes, I am talking about that. So this seems to be an okay title. Why would it be unsuitable? So that's not my answer. That's a suitable title. Second, the annihilation hypothesis. This is interesting. When we look at it in general, at first glance, it appears to be a very generic answer. And generally, we say that titles should not be generic. Let's say you are talking about self-honesty being the most important thing in entrepreneurship, and passion is not the most important thing. So your title of the passage cannot be entrepreneurship, because your focus is on self-honesty and dispassion, right? But in this case, again, here we look at this option, that annihilation hypothesis. No, am I talking about just destruction? So we may think of it as a very generic answer. So we may pick this as our final answer, that this is an unsuitable title, but it is not. Now I want you to read this carefully. Author says the annihilation hypothesis. Let's say there is a passage that is titled the annihilation hypothesis. That means that passage will contain a hypothesis that is going to annihilate something, destroy something. So am I not talking about the hypothesis that is going to destroy something? What is that hypothesis? That your desire and your hate is going to destroy the world. That is the hypothesis. That is the idea. So it is not generic. And it is a suitable title. So it should not be the answer. Third, emotional destruction of the world. This option means that there is a type of destruction called emotional destruction. So poet has mentioned the two reasons or causes of the destruction of the world. What sort of destruction will happen? That is not mentioned, that it will be an emotional destruction, it will be a physical destruction. No. So when you say that the passage is about emotional destruction of the world, that means via emotions, or by, not via emotions, the kind of destruction that is currently happening in the world is an emotional destruction. The buildings are not falling, but people's emotions are falling. And I'm not talking about that. So this seems to be an unsuitable title so far. Fourth, destruction by fire and ice. Yes, that is exactly what I'm talking about. When this is your title, you would want to elaborate what is fire and ice, how it is going to destroy things. So this is okay. How the world ends. If this is the title, then you will talk about how the world ends. It happens with fire and ice. It happens with desire and hate. So this is also a suitable title. Therefore, the most unsuitable title is third one, emotional destruction of the world. And that's the answer.